Welcome back, guys, for round one, back nine of the Las Vegas Challenge 2020. This is Philo Brathwaite hanging out with Nate Perkins.
Yeah, dude, we just saw some serious golf.
By another Nate, Mr. Sexton, going 10 for 9 on the front.
Unreal, dude.
It's not unreal. It's doable, man.
Get out of here with that, Philo.
Last year.
Yeah, you're one of the best in the world, man. That's some serious golf.
But there's so many good golfers out there. If anybody catches a rhythm, it's a pretty simple course, really.
It's still pretty special to see, though. I mean,
it's awesome to see. Good for Nate.
Our game is evolving, and the numbers are getting lower and lower each year, it seems.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you want to keep up with Rick and, Macbeth and Simon and all these young bucks, you got to shoot some low numbers right off the bat and make them come get you.
And that we just took a look at the leaderboard right there, and I mean the worst score through the front nine was like 5, so
yeah.
it's pretty incredible here.
Yeah, I mean it's a gettable course, so I mean you want to get off to a good start. Here's hole 10. This is one of the more challenging par 3s. There's some danger involved in this one.
Yeah, you've got to make a decision off the tee.
Absolutely. Are
that
you
bunker
gonna go for it, or
is
you
a
gonna lay
hazard.
up?
Yep.
Because if you go for it and you got too much speed, if you come up left, you're definitely going OB. If you come up right, you're going to get a bad kick and roll and probably be 50 feet away and probably just pitch up anyway. So it's a super touchy drive. Either you go for it or you lay up. Make your choice and play your shot.
Nate has a destroyer in his hands. Looks like he's lining up to go for this one. Oh, for sure.
All right, he put the move on it. Let's see if he's got enough speed. He's got to get through that bunker. I don't think it's going to happen, but he's going to have a tap-in 3. Well, he went for it. Good for him. That looks like a layup. Just want to scoot it out there and give yourself a comfortable upshot. Maybe a long jump putt into the front of the hill by the basket. He's going for it.
Definitely attacking this one.
This should be like a spike hyzer for him the way that he throws. There you go. Oh, it's just drifting too much.
Look at that stretch.
I mean, he'll have a weird putt,
Oh
but it's a
my
death
gosh.
putt, I mean, you're really not comfortable taking that putt with that trap behind you. He's
Yeah,
gonna pitch that up.
Basket is pretty scary. I imagine Kev is also running
he's
this
going.
one.
He's got to go. This is in his wheelhouse. Just got to hope the wind doesn't hang him out there too wide. Skip.
Skipping too straight. Again,
Too
just
straight.
didn't catch the edge and curl.
You can see the wind's kind of pushing the disc along.
Ooh, this is a touchy little approach right here.
Sit. Ooh, that's not too bad.
But looking back at it, somewhat of a death putt right
with a
there.
little bit of wind blowing out there, yeah. That's got to be a nice
sit.
layup. I think he's good.
All right.
I think he's good. You should probably be seeing the same from KJ. I
Yeah.
don't think he's really in the position to risk the extra stroke right now. I know, Kay. I know. So, yep, there's Nate looking at about a 17-footer for a par. I mean, if you're going to make the mistake, that's where you want to make it, is right there. If you're going to go after it, and just come up short. The worst is when you hit, like, the lip of the bunker.
Roll back.
And you roll back, and then you're at the back end of the hazard. And you're like, no! I had a tap in, and now I got a 50-footer for par, and it's not the easiest putt when it's an elevated basket. The
No, not at
disc
all.
doesn't always like to stay in the assembly when you're putting up at it. It's just not really made for that angle.
That's right. You said it, man.
It's just makes the whole dynamic of the hole so much more tricky. Got it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good putt.
Good par.
He knows it, too.
Oh, yeah, he's stoked.
He knows it.
You definitely don't want to watch the disc blow by on this basket.
No.
It's just game over. Yeah. So we had a bunch of pars. Nate had a 3P, the hazard. Moving on to hole 11. This is another one that's a little different from last year, I feel.
Yeah, they moved it up into a par 3.
There's actually a couple of little gaps around these trees on the right. If you can get something out there with a bunch of edge and kind of play it in between those trees like 2 and 3 to the right before this tall grass, you can kind of sneak it in there, but it's 430, so that's going to happen at 400 feet. So either you got to hit it one angle and just get that long sweeping kind of skip, or have something really overstable and put the flex on it and get the late fade, or have a really great sidearm and maybe.
Is he going sidearm, you think?
It looks like he's playing for the flick.
Wow. That's a full shot.
It is.
He's going to need...
But if he throws it 400, he's got a circle's edge putt. And he's got plenty of space to work with.
He hasn't really been throwing the backhand 100% clean this round.
They haven't been super crispy yet, so I think this is a smarter play for him. He's just going to try to poke it out there, give himself a circle's edge putt.
You said it, man. 400 feet.
400 feet, he's got a wide open look, no danger.
Wow,
that
Caleb's
body
distance
English,
compared.
man.
He's just
That
whipping it
body
out there,
English,
man.
That's super.
Get back over.
Giggity. Look at that.
Right up there with Nate.
Not too bad.
And just look at this. Just a few steps. Look how fast this kid pulls through. Whack. That's all Heiser.
Let's see if he gets the
See
ground play
where he
we were
gets
talking
to.
about. Cameraman lost a shot for a second. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
KJ, that's got to get
Coming in
left
with some
in
speed.
A hurry.
Needs it to catch edge for sure.
Go. Well, he's safe over there, I believe.
Believe he's safe. Not sure if he's going to have a window. Oh, and you can see Jonas just...
There actually is a couple of lanes over there. Yeah, he's got a lane. He's just got to commit to
Is
the
that
chains.
makeable?
It's makeable, but it's kind of a death putt with that OB fence right behind it, like 5 steps.
Whoa!
He plays the big flopper because if he goes at it, it's probably going OB because it's so fast once it hits the ground.
Looks like this is right outside circle's edge.
Yeah, that's not the effort he was hoping for from there. You know, when I'm about this far from the basket, I feel like jumping adds an extra element of difficulty to the putt. I don't know. For some people, they feel more comfortable jumping from that circle's edge.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're adding more variables to the putt. I think it's always smarter just to stand there and just do your normal swing.
Teach him, dude. Teach the public.
Well, I mean, everybody has their game. Everybody has their game. That's just a personal preference.
Ooh.
Nate took a run at it and just a little short. But, it doesn't hurt him. He's had that extra stick to give. He's still cruising.
First 2 pars.
For Nate.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Little tester comeback right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bang. I'm sure he feels a little bit better about his putting now. He's got a few to go in after those few early misses. Seems like he's calmed down, settled in. Yona to clean up his 3. No problem for Nate. And KJ still trying to get the wheels rolling here. Let's go, K.
Yeah, only 2 down through 11.
Yeah, he's just having some misfires, He's not quite as crisp as I'm used to seeing him.
Yeah.
Hole 12. This is another basket position that's changed a little bit. If you watched the footage last year, the basket was a little bit more visible to the right of this big mature pine tree. Now it's kind of tucked a little bit more left. Basically the same gaps still apply. You can go high over the top, or you can shoot the low gap and get the low skip and be, basically underneath this big pine tree that we just passed there, and then flare up for a, 20-footer, 25-footer. Not too much danger on this hole as far as OB is concerned.
No danger, but definitely this one's somewhat of a separator. You need like 425, 430 feet of power to get a look at this one. And again, Sexton surprising me going forehand on this one.
I'm actually not that surprised. I thought he would get it. Whoa, what happened? Okay.
It looked like he stretched that one out a little too much.
Wow, what's this gonna do? Get down. It's a long putt.
Yeah, that's like a 60-footer from that pine.
Yeah, it stalled out too much. Is he going flick too? No, he's thinking Heiser all day.
Yeah, he's got this on a pure Heiser angle.
The wind was a little bit pushy on this, so it's kind of holding the disc up. So Let's see how much angle he puts on the disc. Oh, he
Believe-
went mad spike
That
heiser.
is so crazy.
Wow.
Believe that's a PD2.
A little bit too much spike though. He's got
Yeah.
a 40-footer at
Punch
least.
it a little more forward.
Mm-hmm. Case lining it up. He's picking his spot.
Believe that's a D1. That's pretty spiky from Kevin as well.
Hey, you need that angle though today with all that wind. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There you go. So yeah, this is in that 50, 60 foot range. Nothing doing for Caleb there. Yona's going to have about a 45 footer or so. 40. Ugh, just not enough go. Nice line. Sexton's got a funky putt through the bush, low limbs of this tree. Chooses to go up and over it all and doesn't connect. Caleb will slide that one just over the rim and grab another par, and KJ will tap in here for a 2 and try to restart the wheels once again.
It's going to be 3 pars in a row from Nate.
Seems like he's cooled off a little bit after the flaming hot start. If we had a graphic every time he made a birdie, the screen would melt down. So yeah, this is another one of those little tricky touchy shots. Hole 13, 249. You've got 3 hazard bunkers guarding the basket.
Yep.
But everything behind up until the sidewalk,
Yep.
that cart path there, is all safe. Obviously this green is OB to the right. You know, the big mistake is to come up short.
Yep.
You have to take your circle 3. It's smarter to just play it for 15 long and just take the putt.
And you've got this horizontal pine right in front of you on the tee pad that kind of forces you to like swing it wide.
Yeah, you can play this shot.
Oh, he's going
high
high
spike
hyzer.
hyzer, which is the same thing I did, and
No,
made the
that's not what you
cardinal
want to
sin
see. You do
is,
not
yeah.
want to see the sand spike up like that.
just got to put a little bit more pace on it and play for past the basket a little bit and just take the 20-footer coming back at it.
Nate going
He's gonna
Firebird
skip it off, I
forehand.
bet. No skip, huh? Just all air.
Oh, it needs to go. Oh, yes, and it does. Just
Little bit
crest.
long, just outside the circle. There's the paint. You can see it.
Headwind death putt right there.
That's still in his wheelhouse, though. He's probably not stressing over it too much. Caleb's also playing the flick. Ooh, that's going after the chains. Got to get up.
Yeah, man, you can see just how much surface area those bunkers really cover.
It does. There's not a lot of space in front of the target. You
Oh
gotta
my
aim
goodness.
behind the basket. Big, huge
That
spike
is-
hyzer, and he gets a
That
huge
is
break.
sick.
Awesome.
That is like a grenade
That
right
dude
there.
landed on the spine.
Dude.
Unreal.
Uh,
No problem.
yeah.
Yeah, he likes that.
That
One,
is a
yep, you
clean
saw that,
headwind
everybody.
putt
You
right
saw-
there.
Waving the finger around. There you
Yeah, good putt from the hazard.
go. Save the 3. Yona's going to step up for speed of play, it looks like, and a little formality tap in for his 2. No problem.
Kev, just a few feet short of being
Perfect.
safe and parked. Definitely a frustrating round 1 so far.
Well, the good news is that he's right there for a tap in. He didn't hit the edge of the bunker and, catch a roll, and then he's got a 30-footer in the hazard, more stressful par save. All right, this is probably the hardest par 3 on the course. It's 453. You've got a huge green, which makes for the finish of the disc a little easier because it's really slick and fast. So if you should hit it with some speed and angle, more than likely you'll get off of the green.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge is the shape of the shot. If you don't have a one-angle hyzer that plays 400 or 430 that's going to get a skip, you got to put a little flex on it, and there's an OB cart path to the right if you should rip over on it too much, and that would be the big mistake on this hole.
Sexton has a destroyer in his hands.
Yeah. It looks like a really stable one too. It's a swirly blend. Those things tend to be kind of meat hooky.
Pretty much a full shot for Nate. Oh no.
Close to the angle that he needed, and he's going to get a really good kick off of a tree. I saw that shot. He was right in front of me. And
yeah, that was in danger of going
that could have gone
left
OB.
OB.
Yeah, you can see on the sign there's a cart path to the left.
Yeah.
He was heading there with all that angle and speed. There was a chance.
Woo. This is a PD2
big
from
bada
Yona.
boom. He's going to try to stall it in there and come in backdoor.
That is just
a little bit much.
I mean, he's just got too much power,
Wow.
Philo. That is serious.
Goodness.
That's like 500 feet on like
Spike-Heiser
Oh
angle.
my goodness. What are these fins drinking over there?
Got that good water.
Just
Long
Kev
drink,
with the D2.
dude. That's what it is. It's long drink.
The long drink.
Long drink.
I definitely enjoyed some long drink when I was over there in
you
Finland.
go, KJ. That's Parkalicious right there.
That's a beautiful shot.
Perfect. Caleb's lining up the flick.
Oh, really?
Well, he's got the speed.
He's laying it up.
Laying up.
Yeah, if you don't have 440 feet of power, layup is definitely an option.
Yeah, this shot doesn't play to the sidearm that well. The line is really, really thin. You'd have to throw some crazy anti-flexor, and it's just probably not the most comfortable shot. So he made the right choice, and he's right there for a tap in.
Oh, and Sexton just got a little layup after that misfire.
Yep. It was a good break. That tree really slowed him down because he was heading OB and further left and would have been much more blocked off from the basket. So, a little bit long, but still putting.
Oh, sick.
Cashes it
Oh, that's so sick.
from the tumbleweed.
Guys, I'm going to catch my round 2 tee time. I'm handing the mic off to Philo.
Later, man. Good luck today, buddy. Well, that was a huge putt from the tumbleweed. I don't think they even have tumbleweed in Finland. So Caleb here trying to tap in his par after the intentional layup to layup. Oh, no. He hasn't missed a short one like that for a while. Those sting. I can't stand it when I do that myself. Frustrating bogey for Caleb. Try to pick up the pieces on the next hole. KJ USA with the tap in for his birdie. Collects it and he'll be moving on. Hole 15. Another stroke down. And a par after the nice little tree stop for Nate. Checking at the leaderboard here. Hey, there's your boy right there. Tied for third, -9. It's a stacked field. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of dudes at the end. And we're back. Looking at hole 15. Par 3, 345. It's pretty wide open out here to the right. For most of us righty, backhand players, it's pretty much a Firebird or Thunderbird, Spike-Heiser. There's a couple of little guardian trees. You definitely don't want to come in too high. It's kind of a feel shot where you want to bounce right off the face of this hill and nestle up by the pin. Jonas got the box. That looks about the right touch and speed to me. See if he gets the right finish. A little bit early, a little bit left. KJ. There's the play. That's a 20-footer. Sexton's going backhand. I imagine Thunderbird or Firebird. Maybe not. That looks like a Thunderbird. That looks a little early. A little bit left. Have to putt around that tree, it looks like. Caleb put a nice straight flight on it. Let's see if he gets that late fade. Oh, it's got to sit down. There's a cart path back there. I can't tell if it made it. And he's just going to pitch up. Yona is for his par and not having the angle. Nate's got a, looks like unobstructed putt for 2, but it's a pretty steep drop off past the basket, so he's got to make sure he's got good touch. A little bit too much touch, never quite got there. So I'm not sure if this is for Caleb's par for his birdie. Looks like he trickled OB, so there's your answer to that. KJ USA with a pretty ideal shot. A little breezy, but a, 20, 23 foot putt to grab his birdie here. Shouldn't be too much with the little breeze blowing. Nice stroke. Good hole. Starting to get a little rhythm late. Better late than never, as they say. There's a little smile out of him. The rest of the guys tapping in for their pars and moving on to hole 16. So again, this position I think also changed from last year if you were watching the coverage. Now the basket is on the back side of the hill with that little guardian palm there. Yeah, there's some OB pretty tight to the back of the hill there, that cart path, so if you should gun it a little too hard or a little too straight, it's pretty easy to slide OB and have that 20-footer tap in for your circle 3. Most of us are trying to bounce it off the side of the hill and just kind of knurl over the backside. Play it wide, get a nice skip, a little flare. That's not too bad. That should be another birdie for KJ. Got a nice stop. Sometimes they pick up speed on that left side. He's putting a lot of angle on this. And that's going to be on the back side of the hill. I think that's circle's edge, maybe inside the circle. Nate's going for that fairway driver, it looks like. Thunderbird. Maybe it's a Firebird, I can't really tell. He's taking his time. He hasn't really connected too much on his backhand drives here on the back 9. Get up to the top of the hill if he's on top. That should be a pretty manageable putt, about 25, 26 feet. Haven't seen Caleb throw too many backhands off the tee today, so let's see what this does. Got it nice and high. Looks like it's going to stall. Get over the back side of the hill. Get there. Ugh. Kind of a death putt from that angle. Yona has the death putt, and he's just going to pitch it up and move on. Not really worth it with the headwind and steep, fast green OB right behind it. Looks like Caleb's taking his time. He wants to take a stab at it. Glanced off the basket. That should be safe. There's enough space. Yep, he's good. Believe Nate's next. Just inside the circle. Count it. No problem for Nate. Get that birdie train going along here one more time. Finish of the round. KJ USA should be nice and settled now. Found a nice little rhythm here on the back 9. See if he can tap another one in. Bang. There we go. Kind of see his whole body language change now that he's got a few birdies in the bag. A little pump there. Yona will tap in the par and move on. Same for Caleb. See some people loitering around back there. A little gallery action. Not too bad for day 1, Thursday afternoon. Hole 17. This is a tricky one. It's 328. Most of the righties are playing a spike hyzer over the top of everything. Kind of get almost to that green you see there in the back and then just kind of dump in and dive. There are some trees you can play plinko with and still get a putt. There's your target. There's plenty of space to work with for either angle, the sidearm over the top or the righty backhand spike hyzer over the top. There is kind of a middle gap too, but I would imagine with the wind blowing this way, the sidearm is the smarter play if you have it. It's just a little more accessible to the target from that angle. And KJ just didn't give it the go and comes up a little short, which I'm sure he's a little frustrated with, seeing as the hole's only 328 when it's downhill. I'm pretty sure Nate's going to do the same thing. Let's see if he gives it the right speed. Oh, he catches the same tree and busts through a little bit better than KJ. I think he was right on circle's edge or just inside. Looks like Jonas lining up the spike hyzer. Really, really wide and steep. That's going to be a little early for my guesstimations. Yeah, he's got a putt. Didn't quite hang it out over the green enough. We've seen this guy bust some really long sidearms today, so we're just going to imagine he's going to have plenty of speed to get there. Just choose the right line, and again, the guardian tree gobbles up another one for a long putt for Caleb. Sexton's got to get down on a knee. He's got some low-hanging branches in his face. Little turnover putt. Good bid. Didn't quite get over on it enough. Jonas got about circle's edge, maybe 33, 34. Ugh. Good bid. Not too bad of a reaction off the basket for hitting off the nub. Yeah, Caleb just probably an uncomfortable, weird stance and lie there. I've seen KJ make a bunch of these. Nice chain high bid, just a little bit pushy. Ooh. Low and left, but creeps it in there. Collect that par. Get over to 18 and finish out this round for Caleb. Same with KJ. No! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I feel you, brother. Those are the worst, man. All kinds of dead center chain and just regurgitated by the chains and creeps back out over the rim after that streak, and that almost looked like a football, but it wasn't, I guess. Nate taps in his par, moves on. Yeah, KJ finally got a little rhythm going there, and then just had one stolen from him, basically. I know what you're going through there, buddy. Get one more birdie here on the last hole. 18. Pretty simple. Hyzer for most of us touring pros. 405, slightly uphill. Flattens out on the level of the basket. There are some guardian shrubs and one big tree that you got to contend with, but there's so much space out there that if you have something with a stable edge, you should be able to play it right for the shadow there and get a nice little fade skip in towards the target and maybe, you know, nestle up on one of these little shrubs there and slow you down. Not too much danger of going OB unless if you saw it off early and just get a huge skip, but, you know, I'm imagining most people are going to have plenty of speed and ability to get there on this hole. Looks like Nate's lining up a backhand one more time. I imagine a pretty stable destroyer. Got it out there a little flat, nice and wide. Now he's just looking for that drag in, skip, and finish. There you go. That's the way to finish off a solid start to the tournament. Park job. I imagine this is a T-bird for Yona. I think that's the same disc he threw earlier. Highlighter green T-bird. Get that stable finish. No problem. T-bird, 405 uphill. Wow. Caleb got over on that one a little too much. There's no danger of any OB out there, but he's just going to have to pitch up and take his par. This is a KJ all day shot right here. Mash a hyzer. Get a nice fading skip. Under the tree. Oh, he caught those little guardian shrubs, but that should be a 26-footer. He's in the circle. There you go. Stress-free par for Caleb. KJ, I think that's in the circle if I'm not mistaken, or just outside at worst. Oh, just not on the chains. Nicely. I think that was the wrong graphic. That was birdie for Yona. He parked that. Strong, strong start for Mr. Sexton. That was another birdie, not a par. Wrong graphic there. But, yeah, good start for Nate. That's exactly what he's looking to do. He's one of the best players out there, so 13 down should feel pretty remote control easy for him on this track. Didn't seem to have too many issues. He had that one hazard that cost him a par instead of a birdie on a pretty weird and funky green. Other than that, he played really clean, really well. So did Yona. He played a really strong starting round for the tournament. Kevin struggled a little bit. Caleb also struggled a little bit, but there's plenty of golf left. We've got 3 full rounds of golf yet to come. Out here at the Wild Horse Complex, 3 huge disc golf courses, a stacked field of super talented players from all across the world. There'll be more coverage coming up. Round 2 coming your way soon. This is Philo Brathwaite for Nate Perkins. Shout out to Innova Champion Discs. Catch you on the next one.